Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes for Men. I'm TR Nichols here with 5 Minutes for Men. This channel is where we discuss things that men talk about amongst themselves and their DMs or with each other in groups, or things that men should talk about amongst themselves. Today's topic is about selflessness and selfishness, and the lines that go between that. How much of what you do is for others versus how much of what you do is for yourself, and what does that look like? Where are the lines drawn between being a provider, right, being a protector, and doing those things? What does that look like, especially from the perspective of a man? We're brought up in most cases and raised to be protectors and providers, and to take care of others. But I don't know if we're often told how, in turn, to balance taking care of others as well as taking care of ourselves. I think that's something that is not talked about enough in terms of how do you go about taking care of yourself? How do you make sure mentally that you're fine, financially that you're fine, emotionally that you're fine, versus you trying to protect and provide and make sure that others have the finances that they need, that others have the shelter that they need. How much of what you do is selfless and how much of what you do is selfish, and where to keep that balance is what I want to talk about today. Oftentimes I feel like we are told when we do things for ourselves that it is selfish, but when you do things for others, oh, that's being a man. Like, you're doing the job of a man by being selfless and putting yourself last in most cases. When we see men that are not taking care of either their children or their family, we call them selfish, right? And it's interesting that if you're not taking care of others, you're being selfish. But when you're maxing out everything you can do for everybody else and nobody's tending to you, nobody else says that the other individuals that you're taking care of are selfish. The more you are selfless as a man, the better it seems that you are as a man. Socially, that's how it seems, right? And my question, especially for other men, is, are you doing enough for yourself? What are you doing for yourself, for your own self-care? What are you doing financially for yourself? What are you doing for your own emotional intelligence? How do you go about making sure that you're okay in terms of that balance at the same time of taking care of everybody else? I know for myself, I try to take time for myself by working out, trying to keep myself physically in shape. And working out also helps me mentally to have some form of balance. And I'm always concerned about my sons, for one, making sure that they have what they need, as far as financially. Obviously, any hobbies that they have, I'm trying to make sure I help make sure that they can do things that I never thought of doing as a child. But for balance, I definitely have to make sure that I'm taking care of me as well. And nobody's going to take care of you the way you'll take care of you, right? Everybody around you can help you do things. Everybody around you can be contributors to you aiding yourself. But the reality is, nobody's going to take care of you, especially as a man, the way you take care of you. Now, you may have individuals around you who tend to you in a certain way and know what you need and provide those things to you. But really, the way you talk to yourself and the way you tend to yourself is the probably highest level of self-care. So my question to men out there today is, what's your line between selflessness and selfishness? How are you taking care of yourself in terms of the balance of you taking care of everybody else? What do you do to take care of yourself and to make sure that you're good? Whether you're investing, whether you're meditating, whether you're going to church, whether you have a counselor that you talk to, whether you have friends that you talk to, what are the things you're doing to make sure you're good while you're busy taking care of everybody else? I'm TR Nichols, 5 Minutes for Men. If you see any videos that you would like to share out, please do so. Comment below. I'm definitely interested in what people do out there for their own self-care and how they balance the line between being selfless and selfish and tending to yourself while you take care of others. 5 Minutes for Men, TR Nichols signing off.